Hello. Okay, so are you wondering what's going on with the Harry and Meghan situation after the interview? So we're going to look at, was there a hidden agenda? What was like the reason behind them doing the interview? Because they made sure to point out in the beginning that they were not getting paid for it and all of this other stuff. Um, we're going to take a look at the racism that's mentioned, the relationship between Harry and William, and see where that's headed. The relationship between Meghan and Harry, which seemed strong in the interview, but let's see if we can get anything else. The royal reaction. I want to look at how the palace staff or whoever, what kind of reaction we're going to get there. The effect on the palace as an institution. Are any of the things that were mentioned during the interview with Oprah things that will influence in any way the institution of the palace, the institution of the royal family? There is like there's the family aspect of it, but then there's also the business side of it, So I want to see if that's going to be impacted in any way. Specifically, I'm drawing comparisons with the racism type allegations, that kind of stuff. But whatever else comes up. And then I want to look at what's next for Meghan and Harry. So let's get into it. I have two different decks. I'm starting with the Field Tarot. And I'll probably, combine some of these into readings, but like the one specifically for relationships, I'm going to do like a relationship spread for. So it's kind of like multiple readings. Just so you're aware, if you're new to my channel, I don't usually look into details before I do these type of readings, the celebrity readings or even the deceased celebrities. I don't look at like details. I just what I know and what I've heard. For this particular reading, I did watch just the interview. I have had no interest in the royal family. It's not something I'm in the States. I'm not part of a commonwealth, so I'm not really invested. So, but for this particular reading, I really felt drawn to watch the interview. I don't know why. I do remember when Diana died. I believe I was in high school when that happened. So yeah, like I'm not really like super familiar. I know their names. I like literally had to look up William's name though. So I just like to disclose what I know ahead of time. What I know is that I've watched the interview, and that's about it. So let's get into it. If you're new, thank you for watching. I would invite you to subscribe if this is something you're into. So we have the Chariot pop out here. But I haven't asked a question, and then this one was on the floor. This is the King of Wands. So kind of interesting that those would pop out. The Chariot being about movement forward and like a balance as well. This one, there is not an actual chariot in this deck, so I feel like there's something missing from the move forward. And then, of course, leadership, King of Wands. We have the King, not the Queen. So let's see what that means. Just take a look at what jumps out. So let's start with the agenda. Is there a hidden agenda for performing the interview? Like, why did they want to do the interview? Okay. So I kind of feel like they were in hiding. They decided, we know if you're watching this, then you're probably already familiar with everything, that they separated themselves from the royal family, not the family part. Like, I feel like that we should draw a distinction between the family aspect of it and the court, I guess we could, the palace. So I guess we'll say the palace will, in for the purposes of this video, the palace will represent like the institution of the palace, the like the hierarchy aspect, but not just that, but like I can't find the word that I'm trying to look for, but like the business side of it. And then for royal family, for family, it will be talking about specifically the people of the family, not the institution, but like the relationship aspect between those. Okay, so what I'm seeing is they have separated themselves. We know that. They separated themselves. They went off on their own to make their own path, to find their own journey. So I feel like this was to kind of bring it out, bring out, and we have swords, which is about communication and like logical thinking. I feel like they wanted to bring it forward. They wanted to lay the rumors to rest. They wanted to and like not really getting an announcement. The Prince of Swords determination, kind of. These do have keywords, but I don't necessarily subscribe to all the keywords. This I would see more is like an effort in communicating, not necessarily determination for me, just because for me the swords are more about communication. So I feel like this is opening a dialogue or opening a communication, so that they could put some things to rest. That's what I'm getting for the reason. I don't see anything hidden here. I think that's pretty obvious, and I would say no, there's not a hidden agenda here. They just wanted to be more outright open with why they separated themselves from the palace. So yeah, I don't see anything here saying anything's hidden. Like pretty clear. And also I get clarity from that one too. So so that they can be clear and lay things to rest. So they wanted to kind of come out of hiding, I guess, would be a good way to put it. So let's move on to the racism. I'm going to jump right in there, you guys. So there were allegations of potential racist ideology, or not even necessarily remarks. There was mention of tabloid and like article titles that seemed racist in nature but were never outright racist, but had the tone. Okay. And there was a comment made about before, I believe before they got pregnant, before they even got married possibly, that there was a conversation that took place between Harry and an unknown person that mentioned, the potential color of their children's skin should they have children. The way Meghan worded it seemed a little bit more like it happened while she was pregnant, but then when Harry came out, it sounded like he mentioned it was like before they even got married. So I'm kind of not clear on that. I could be mixing them up. I didn't like rewatch it and pay, anyways. So let's see, what is the truth relating to the racism allegations. Wow, my cards are going crazy here. I feel like they want to say a lot. So okay, and the way they came out, the way they are here, like this one crosses it. So we're gonna do this. Okay, I want to look at these first. So yeah, I feel like definitely some words were exchanged that were not healthy, were not kind, were not compassionate. There was like a lack of compassion here. The universe, which would be like the world card, I'm wondering what that implies. Let's go ahead and pull this one out. So we have the Five of Wands, which would be conflict. Competition, it says, is the keyword. Yeah, so again, with it crossing this, yeah. I feel like there may have been an intention of causing a conflict. I feel like there's definitely an awareness. Okay, that's where this universe is coming in. There is definitely an awareness of racism within the palace. I'm not going to say the family necessarily, because we don't know who said it or anything like that. But I feel like within the palace, within the institution of the royal palace, there is definitely, okay, systemic. Like it's a system, kind of like the chakra system, the universal system, universal law. It's like encompassed. But I believe it is something that they would acknowledge between themselves, obviously not publicly, but it is part of what's ingrained in the system that is royalty. That there is I feel like there was a little bit of an intention to hurt, I believe. Okay, that's what I'm getting. There's whoever said this, and I'm gonna see if I can get some information on that too. Whoever said this was intending to hurt Harry, not hurt Harry, but they wanted him to discontinue his relationship. That's the impression I'm getting. The intention with the remarks that were made to Harry specifically were an intention to kind of put a divide between them, him and Meghan. So yeah, I feel like it was purposeful, and that was the reason why. But let's see it. Are we able to see or know who? I don't know how this will go, but who commented about their children's skin tone? Innocence. Six of Cups. Six of Cups would be okay, we also have a doe here. So if a doe represents anyone in the family, but with the Six of Cups being about like your fond memories, past, like kind of inner child, again, innocence, youth, that doe. I'm wondering if that represents anyone in particular, the doe. But the two people come to mind looking at this card. Going with the past aspect, somebody from your past. Harry's dad. I don't remember. Prince Albert? I could be wrong. I don't know if that's his name. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of getting that from the whole past aspect, like somebody that's been around for a long time, but a close person. So I feel like that may have been. But I'm also kind of getting the brother's wife, Kate. Kate? Yeah. I'm also kind of, because of the innocence and the newness, the like she was new to the family. So don't quote me on that, obviously. But I kind of, that's what I feel could potentially be one of those two people. So let's move on to the next kind of set of questions. Next, we're going to do some relationship. We're going to look at Harry and William. He did mention that they're kind of in a space. They're giving each other space right now. So I'm going to give that a shuffle before I set that down. I'm going to switch decks for this. This is the Vivid Journey. So we're going to do like a little bit of a relationship-ish spread for Harry and William. Okay. Harry. William. All right. So top card's going to identify them individually. The second card will be, I feel like I'm too close, but that's all right. The second card is going to be how they see each other. And then the third card is what they're expecting from each other. And then this will be the outcome. Okay? All right. Harry first. Ace of Cups. He's willing to be a brother. He's willing to share love with him. He's willing, I feel like, to work on, start a fresh start for them. He is like, I'm like a peace offering, like the dove representing peace with a coin. It's a peace offering. He's willing to offer peace and a fresh start with his brother. So that's good. Like that's where he's currently, that's where his energy lies. All right. Now, how he sees William, the Emperor. He sees William as maybe a little bit bossy, but in charge of him, like himself. He sees him as high up there. He respects him. He has a lot of respect. And here we go again with another offer type look, right? He's like offering something. But I feel like I think Harry sees William as having more say than people realize. I think William has a lot more input, from Harry's perspective, at least. So, and then the expectation for his brother, again, another ace. He wants to start over. He wants to possibly start a project with him. Work. Harry and Meghan started an organization, and I can't remember the name of it. He may want him to be part of that. But I feel like the expectation is to start over. He really just wants a fresh start. He respects, admires him, and he's ready to offer. Again, another offer. That is spirit offering you an idea, or a plan or an action to take, or offering of motivation. I feel like he wants his brother back in his life. He cares for him. He loves him. He wants to start over with him. He respects him. I don't feel like there are any ill feelings toward his brother. So let's see what William's got going on. Okay, William feels left out. He feels, I mean, he's kind of left out of Harry's life right now. It seems like they're not speaking. He said they're giving each other space, is kind of the way he worded it. I don't necessarily feel like William wants that. Maybe he's cast out on purpose. Like he's cast himself out. He feels like an outcast. He feels not included in his brother's happiness. That's where he is about himself. So how he feels towards Harry, judgment. He does. I feel like he does have some judgments towards his brother. He is probably a little hurt, by his brother choosing his wife and his children. Funny again that these are the same position, have major arcanas. Just pointing that out. His feelings toward his brother. So the feelings they have toward each other are important. They're major. They're defining for them. So the judgment is also about karma. Oh, those kids are playing video games. It's also like about karma. There's a calling here, right? It's I feel like he sees his brother being called to something greater, but doing the other aspect of the judgment card, yeah, he has some judgments or some reservations. But overall, the impression I get from this card is that he sees his brother having a higher calling or being called to something greater. Do I feel like there may be a little bit of jealousy there? I do. I feel like there may be a little bit of jealousy. William may be a little jealous that Harry got out. Harry was able to leave the institution that has suppressed them. I kind of feel like maybe William is starting to see some of the things that Harry sees. But I feel like he may feel like he's not able to do anything about it. Okay, so the expectation he has for Harry. Interesting. Now, would he expect Harry to feel bad? Would he expect Harry to be anxious or worried? Or is he worrying for him? Is he worried for him? That's very interesting. Let's see what the outcome says. Nine of Pentacles. Now this, if you are not new to my channel, this would be my single ladies card. This is about being, you know, independent. And yeah, I don't necessarily see a whole lot of reconciliation here as the outcome. We have some negativity on William's side here, but that you know, is that from him, or is that because of the institution that he is still a part of? That he maybe isn't allowed to, you know, maybe there would be some backlash. So he has some anxiety or fears about being in touch with his brother. This is heartbreaking for me to see how opposite. This is all about like respect and fresh starts and love and admiration. And this is about, you know, anxiety and fear. And I just don't feel like William's in the greatest place right now. The outcome for the relationship, one of them is going to be fine, is going to be well. Now, obviously, William has money. He's in the royal family still, where Harry is not. I kind of feel like this is kind of leaning more towards Harry's side because of the vibe of what's going on over here for William. I don't think William is happy. I don't think he's happy at all. I feel like he feels like he lost his brother and doesn't have a way to, you know, connect anymore, or feels like he can't connect in some way. There's a sense of loss on his side where Harry is wanting to reach out, literally reaching with an offering of, you know, a peace offering, an olive branch. But I just don't feel like William is there yet. I do want to ask, I'm going to get the field tarot back out, and I'm going to ask, is William going to ever be able to reach out to his brother? That is not an action. That is rest. That is, yeah. You know, what can you tell us about William currently, his state of mind? Yeah, can you tell me about William's state of mind right now? There's that Nine of Swords again, right here. 2 Nine of Swords. Yeah, I just don't feel like William's in a great place right now. If you were to watch this, what advice would we give him? Let's just see. What advice would we give William as far as his relationship with his brother is concerned? Beginnings. The Fool. This is the Fool card. You know, again, the Ace, the beginning. Reach out to your brother. If for some reason he were able to see this, this would be the advice, would be accept the olive branch, accept the offering, accept your brother, and start anew with him, start a new relationship. Let's move on from this. I don't want this video being too long, but I do want to make sure I get to everything that I set out for. All right. Now let's do the same type of relationship spread for Harry and Meghan. All right. Look at Harry and Meghan's relationship. Same exact format, spread, whatever. And we're going to leave Harry on the left. Harry, Meghan, and the outcome. All right. These where you can see them very well. My problem is with the top one. Okay. Here's Harry. Moving on, moving forward, trucking along. How he sees her, peaceful, not needing a whole lot. She did mention some struggles with her emotions, her mental health. I don't want to go into details necessarily, but it got really bad. So he sees her as working on herself, working on her mental health and her stability. Fours are about stability for me. He sees her working on her stability and, being patient with herself and really not giving two shits what other people have to offer her right now. Because she is working on being solid. And his expectations of her. Paige is a kid. Obviously, she's pregnant. It is a girl. They did announce that. Just to take care of her children, to kind of almost be a child herself, to understand her own sense of adventure. I get adventure from this. Be adventurous, live your life, work on you. I think that's pretty great for him to see her as. So let's see Meghan. The Lovers. Very nice. Very nice. That is where her headspace is. She is focused on her relationship with her husband and her children. How she sees him? The star. Lots of majors out here. So hopeful. She's very hopeful for him. She is hopeful for his his life. She has hope for the future for them. Her expectation, Ace of Pentacles. They're gonna start a business, and like I said, he wants her to follow her passion, or start a new adventure, that kind of thing. So same thing here. She's expecting very similar to me, a new business. They're gonna probably start a new business together. They gotta make money somewhere since they've been cut off. The outcome, Queen of Wands. The outcome is fantastic. She becomes a queen in her own right. They end up being the royals of their own little circle. On top of their game, passionate. Look at how these two are looking at each other. Isn't that cute? Like mother and son. She just have Archie right now. So, and baby girl in the summer. So I feel like the outcome for them is positive. It's them being royal in their own little circle, and they can be their own little royal family, whether the institution acknowledges it or not. So I feel like they're gonna do good things. I feel like their relationship is pretty solid. I see no struggle here. I see no animosity. I see no ill will. I see nothing negative about their relationship. I am totally team Harry and Meghan. So I love that turned out that way. All right, what else? I wanted to talk about the royal reaction. What is the overall reaction of the royal family? I might do kind of a similar relationship style. I'm kind of going over that in my head right now. For that, that way we can distinguish between the business side and the family side of the royal family and how they're going to react to the interview. All right, I'm going to move back to the field tarot here for that. All right. Let's discuss the reaction of the royal family. That's the Hanged Man perspective. All right. Another jumper on the floor. Queen of Swords, independence, speaking your truth. Somebody's going to speak up. I feel like somebody's going to speak up here. I really did zoom this in too far. I don't want you to see my dirty floor either, so there's that. I hope that helps. Probably should have done that sooner. All right. So those were the jumpers. I'm just going to leave those up here at the top. Just, I feel like that. Okay, crowning the reading. I feel like we'll hear something. There will be some type of communication here. Independence, maybe not necessarily from we're separating it, not necessarily from the palace, but something independent of the palace. So maybe a specific person, or in an effort to I like there's like a separation here somehow. So somebody who wants to separate themselves from the palace, or somebody within the palace that wants to make their own statement that's not the statement, if that makes sense to you. Perspective. It may not be what we're expecting. I feel like this is kind of an unexpected communication, or maybe it's an unexpected person that's going to communicate. I don't feel like this is an official statement from the palace. I feel like this is maybe somebody speaking out. All right, so what else can we know about the reaction? I would like to specify the institution of the palace. What is their reaction to this interview? Okay, I tried to get that on the table before it fell. There's that King of Wands again that popped out in the beginning. And then we have the Princess of Cups. Okay, so, court cards. Interesting. One more. You know, look at how look at how they're facing each other. Like they're both, like she's offering the lantern, she's offering the cup. Look at that. I feel like there may be an offer of stability. Interesting. King of Wands, King. Who's the king? I don't know who the king is. Perhaps this could be representing William. I don't feel like it is, though. I feel like it's somebody higher. King, William would be like the prince. So this could be their father. But I feel like there's an offer of stability here. Are they going to offer the security that was taken away? That was like the biggest thing that they were really trying to make people understand, is that they took the security away. So they, like, take the title. You don't want to give my son the title because for whatever reason, and we're assuming it's because of race, that's fine. He doesn't need to be titled, but, he is still the son of a prince. He still is at risk. There is still a security level risk here to, protect him. I feel like that may be something that is offered, some type of maybe protection or stability. I don't feel like it's necessarily any financial. I feel like they're on their own financially, and I feel like they're going to do just fine. Like, I feel like so the hermit is like a loner. I don't feel like that. I feel like this would totally represent Meghan right now, honestly. And that this could be, I mean, literally it's princess. Could be like the Duchess, Kate Middleton. Yeah, it could be the two women coming together here, with some type of offer or peace. Like peacekeeping, peace agreement, some kind of agreement. I feel like agreement. I'm seeing this as like a parchment, or like a paper or document. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for their reaction. Not what I was expecting. I was like the Queen of Swords. I expected there may be some words. And the Queen of Swords is known for speaking her mind. But I don't feel like it's what we're expecting. And this is definitely not what we're expecting. Will they offer some type of agreement to continue keeping them protected? Yeah. So wondering if like the princess part has anything to do with the daughter that she's currently expecting. Just throwing that out there as a possibility. We'll see. Like, if you hit the like button, you can always come back and find it in your favorites and, see if I was right. But let's see personally wise, family wise. So that is about the institution. That is about, the palace as a like legal institution or business part of it. I feel like they may offer something. So family wise, as the relationship of the family, what is the reaction? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 cards again. A princess and a king. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Who did we think that represented that? the dad or Kate, which I thought maybe over here. Interesting. No, I'm noticing that I don't get anything for the queen, like the Queen of the England. I don't get anything for Her Majesty the Queen. I haven't seen one card that I felt like represented her so far. They did mention in the interview that they still talk regularly, like they're fine. So there's that. But their reaction, I'm gonna read the keywords, as I don't know if you can see them. Curiosity, control, decisions, and innocence. I feel like one person is needing to make a decision. Once one person makes a decision, that like there's one person controlling the decisions, right? That there may be a little bit of, see, this kind of feels like an offering too. This Princess of Swords here, which would be the Page of Swords, youth, communication. I feel like once one person starts communicating, they'll all start to kind of follow suit. I feel like it's going to take one to make the decide. There's one person in control that once this one person, William, maybe once one person, possibly William, decides to go ahead and make contact or begin some new communications, then I feel like everyone else follows suit and will pretend that everything is fine. They will. I'm getting the feigning innocence. Feigning, I think, means like pretending, or like giving the impression, or I'd have to Google it or look up the definition, but I'm getting feigning innocence, or claiming, like a false claim. Okay, thank you. Like a claiming that they didn't know anything about what was going on, and that sort of thing. That's kind of what I'm getting here. They're waiting for one person, or one person may start to initiate the communication between them, and then once that happens, everyone else will fall in line and be like, oh, I had no idea, I'm so sorry you were going through this, I had no idea, that sort of thing. So my no, I had 2 more questions. Oh, this is going by so fast. The effect on the palace as an institution. I'm just going to draw a couple of cards for that. How is this going to affect the palace? And I almost keep wanting to say White House because it's kind of starting to feel like that. Just saying. Give it another couple of shuffles, which I don't do on the table anymore because I know it makes a loud noise. Literally doing it in my lap. Okay. How does this interview impact or affect the palace as an institution? Harmony, justice, and the Lover's card. Oh, interesting. So 10 of Cups is like the happy card. It is reaching a goal, and I feel like this may help with partnership. Interesting, the Lover's card here. The skin tone, okay, like we were discussing in the interview about their baby's skin tone. I find it very interesting, and they're coming together and saying, like, for me, this Lover's card is very, very much I've got your back. Not necessarily a romantic type of involvement, even though they're both nude. It's like, I've got your back. I support you. So I feel like some justice happens here. I feel like this does break a barrier that brings harmony I feel like this breaks a barrier that brings harmony. And you know, it looks very easy, but there are some steps that need to be taken here. But I feel like it's like it's taking the first step, like off of the high horse or whatever, off of the pedestal. It is a first step in coming down off of the pedestal and you know, bringing some unity, some harmony. So yeah, I feel like this could have a positive impact. Not what I was expecting. Again, this is full of unexpected stuff for me. All right, what is next for Harry and Meghan? What is upcoming for them? All right. Just a couple of cards. What is next for Harry and Meghan and their family? Hope, the Star, fulfillment, the Nine of Cups, defeat. Okay, yeah. So with the Five of Swords, it can go either way. And being paired with the Star and the Nine of Cups, I feel like they defeat this, like they slayed a dragon almost. Like, I feel like this helps them immensely. They're gonna move forward and they're gonna do great things. It's like they're gonna go out and start slaying dragons. Yeah, I feel like this is very positive for them. They're, you know, they may have some battles to wage, but overall, I feel like they're gonna go out and they're gonna do it. They're gonna do what needs to be done. They're gonna feel fulfilled, and I believe they use that word several times during the interview. The Star again, hope. Like we have the sun here as a, you know, it is a giant star. The sun will shine, and the star that is the sun is there for them. I like that. I'm getting like Phoenix, like the way the hair matches the sun. I'm getting like they're kind of rising here. They're going to rise from the ashes, even though she's standing in water. That's kind of the impression that I'm getting here. So yeah, I feel like they're going to move on and they're going to slay some dragons and they're going to just be fulfilled. They're going to rise above this. So that's what I'm getting. I appreciate you sticking it out this long. Thank you so much for watching. If this is something that you're down for, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications and all that good stuff. So thank you again. And as always, have a blessed day.